What's up, Patriots?
Hey, Patriots.
Hey, guys, it's another gorgeous day in May. Hope everybody is well out there.
Yeah.
And quick shout out to our subscribers.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
You're keeping us afloat. We love it. Makes us want to come back and do this more.
For sure. We love you guys.
Oh,
All right.
and a big shout out to Awake AF on Twitter at Coraline Elise for sending us our Where We Go One, We Go All stickers.
Decals, yeah.
Operation Q sticker.
Heck yeah.
Do some road red pilling now.
That'll be good to see, all those beautiful stickers out there. Be looking for them, guys, on all the cars you see.
Absolutely. And if you guys get the opportunity, head over there and check her out. She's doing an awesome job and some amazing work.
Yeah, so we'll put that in the description, yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, we're going to jump right into post 4300 from May 21st. By the way, this is Carrie.
And this is Joel.
And we are the Quiet Voice
Of Truth.
from May 21st at 8:31 a.m. How the Obama administration weaponized surveillance laws to target Trump. And we've got an article here from thefederalist.com. So let's check that out real quick. Okay, how the Obama administration weaponized surveillance laws to target Trump. Federal surveillance laws put in place after Nixon were supposed to protect U.S. citizens. The Obama administration used them to spy on political opponents.
Ooh, naughty, naughty.
The drip, drip, drip of newly declassified documents related to the Trump-Russia investigation, together with recent reports that a classified leak against former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn might not have come from an unmasking request, leaves little doubt that the Obama administration weaponized federal surveillance laws to target Trump associates and undermine the incoming administration. The story thus far is complex, but it reveals a disturbing abuse of power by the Obama administration that suggests congressional reform of federal surveillance laws is needed to ensure this never happens again. I would say it's definitely needed.
Yeah, no
right?
kidding.
Definitely needed, guys. Yeah. The latest declassified document, an email written by former White House National Security Advisor Susan Rice detailing a high-level Oval Office meeting on January 5th, 2017, directly implicates then-President Obama and other top officials in the targeting of Flynn, including then Vice President Joe Biden and fired Federal Bureau of Investigations Director James Comey.
Corny boy.
So this is that CYA email, guys, that we were
Yeah.
just reading about yesterday.
From myself to myself.
To myself. Okay, yeah, this article goes on to discuss a lot of the things that we've been talking about in the last couple days. So we will just leave that for you to check it out.
Post 4301, 21st of May 2020 at 8:44 a.m. John Brennan, Obama's CIA director, was the quarterback of the Trump-Russia investigation. Worth remembering. Who was the quarterback? Q. Let's go check out that New York Times article. Okay, so we've got a link to New York Times. This was dropped the 31st of July, 2014. Inquiry by CIA affirms it spied on Senate panel.
2014?
Yeah, so how long have they been doing this now? Let's read on. Washington. An internal investigation by the CIA has found that its officers penetrated a computer network used by the Senate Intelligence Committee in preparing its damning report on the CIA's detention and interrogation program. The report by the agency's Inspector General also found that CIA officers read the emails of Senate investigators and sent a criminal referral to the Justice Department based on false information, according to a summary of findings made public on Thursday. One official with knowledge of the report's conclusions said the investigation also discovered that the officers created a false online identity to gain access on more than one occasion to computers used by the committee staff.
Ooh, they're in trouble.
The Inspector General's account of how the CIA secretly monitored a congressional committee charged with supervising its activities touched off angry criticism from members of the Senate and amounted to vindication for Senator Dianne Feinstein of California, the committee's Democratic chairwoman, who excoriated the CIA in March when the agency's monitoring of committee investigators became public. A statement issued Thursday morning by a CIA spokesman said that John O. Brennan, the agency's director, had apologized to Ms. Feinstein and the committee's ranking Republican, Senator Saxby Chambliss of Georgia, and would set up an internal accountability board to review the issue. I guess they never did that.
No,
the statement said that the
not.
board, which would be led by former Democratic Senator Evan Bayh of Indiana, could recommend potential disciplinary measures and steps to address systemic issues.
See-
Wow. So, guess they never did anything about it if they spied on Trump's campaign, guys,
No,
right?
apparently not. I don't know. This is ridiculous.
Yeah. It's a pretty long article, but we will link it in the description for you guys to go
For
check out for
sure.
yourselves.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, guys, in case you're not aware of this, most of you probably are, but all you need to do is don't allow cookies on any website that won't let you read
Yeah,
the article.
if you've been following Q for a while, Q let Anons know that to block pop-ups, or if you can't read the article,
but
block all the
sometimes,
cookies.
Sometimes we forget and need that little reminder when we go
Yep.
click on an article and it says we need to like create an account or sign in. All right, moving on to post 4302, May 21st at 8:50 a.m. Articles describing the historical relationship between the CIA and news reporters.
All in the family.
Expand your thinking. All right, we're going to check out this article from CIA.gov. Okay, guys, so this link takes us to a quite lengthy article from Newsweek that is dated 22nd of September, 1986. So the basic gist of this article, it's just talking about the long and very complicated, sordid history of the relationship between the media and the CIA. I mean, we've known for a while that there's some shady stuff going on, right, between reporters and the CIA. And
Sums it up when they say symbiotic
relationship. Yeah, so we will leave this link for you, and you can read this article.
For yourself.
Yeah.
Post 4303, dropped 21st of May 2020 at 8:53 a.m. CIA's use of journalists and clergy in intelligence operations. Logical thinking. CIA coming back into the news soon in the kill box? Q. Let's go check out that link there. This link takes us to intelligence.senate.gov. And it's a 50-page report here.
We got another long one, guys.
CIA's use of journalists and clergy in intelligence operations. So it goes on for quite a bit, and we will link this in the description so you guys can read it for yourself, but it is interesting. On page 16, there is something I would like to show you. So about halfway down, we have a statement of Ted Koppel, anchor, Nightline ABC News. Mr. Koppel, Mr. Chairman, thank you, and thank you for inviting me here this morning and for this opportunity to make a few preliminary comments. As you no doubt expected, I am unalterably and categorically opposed to the notion of the CIA having the legal option of using journalism as a cover for its officers and agents. Having said that, there are circumstances under which the agency has, under what it perceives to be the greater national interest, broken American laws in the past, and I have no doubt that it will continue under such circumstances to do so in the future. That's pretty... Pretty powerful statement right there, but we will link the rest of this. You guys can go read on and check it out.
It seems to me that the CIA just thinks that they can do whatever they want to do. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they just need to be dismantled, honestly.
Or restructured,
Well,
for sure. There are
yeah.
good people in the CIA, and only 1% holds water, and that 1% is at the top.
Post 4304, May 21st, 10:48 a.m. Senate confirms Ratcliffe as next Director of National Intelligence. Buckle up. We've got a Fox News article. We're going to head over there. Okay, guys, so this article basically just talks about Ratcliffe being confirmed as the next Director of National Intelligence. And Joel came up with an interesting...
Yeah, so something that is
about
interesting to know is Ratcliffe, was it back in February, was supposed to be stepping into this role, but
He withdrew.
He withdrew from it. Now, something that's interesting is that in his stead, Richard Grinnell
stepped in
as acting DNI. So, I don't know, to me, and this is just me personally, it seems like they did a reverse Scaramucci model on these guys, because with Richard Grinnell in there, he got those Russian probe documents declassified, showing that all those people who were going on TV and saying that Trump had colluded with Russia, well, behind the scenes, it was a different story. They were saying, well, there's nothing there, we can't find anything. And then they were doing a 180 and going on TV and saying, oh yeah, Trump, yeah, he's colluding with Russia, and lying to the American people.
Right.
So it is interesting. Why did Ratcliffe wait? to step into this position? Was it because of this?
Who knows?
It's
I mean,
very
if you look
interesting.
at this article, scroll down a little bit, he was one of Trump's fiercest allies during impeachment, so that's important. Okay, so it says here, the president nominated Ratcliffe to serve as DNI in February, just months after the congressman abruptly withdrew his name for the same post when he was first put forward to replace Dan Coates. And then when Ratcliffe withdrew his name, Trump at the time cited his tough treatment at the hands of the lamestream media. So that was kind of the official reason that was given. But I think what you have come up with, Joel, makes a lot more sense because, I mean, Q's been telling us for years now, C before D, right? So Coates leaving allowed the D class to happen. It makes sense that Grinnell would have stepped in to do that.
Right. So by Richard Grinnell being acting DNI director and declassifying these Russia probe transcripts, well, he was only acting, so, I mean, it's not like they could have actually, been like, oh, well, you're no longer the DNI. Well, he wasn't the DNI in the first place. He was acting DNI.
Right.
So by doing this, they were able to get it done faster.
Anyway, guys, of course, come to your own conclusions, and we'll leave this link for you in the description box.
All right, post 4305, dropped 21st of May, 2020 at 11:05 a.m. HCQ to be given proactively to more than 40,000 healthcare workers in the UK. We've got a link to a Twitter account, but let me first read what Q says. But Team Cavuto said it will kill you. Why are select journalists so invested with instilling fear regarding HCQ? In the kill box, 40 years on the market? Is this about the health and well-being of people or something else? Is this about the virus or something else?
I think we know the answer to that.
Right, guys. Like we said before, this thing's been around for 40 plus years, and they've been treating malaria with it. Why all of a sudden is it a dangerous drug?
Because it's $40 as opposed to their
and it actually
$4,000
it actually
vaccine or whatever.
Works. It actually works, guys. That's why. As soon as people figure this out, that it works. Well, we're not scared of the big bad coronavirus anymore because everybody's going to be fine. They know that drug is there. You can be cured by it.
Why do you think Trump is really taking it?
Or he's not going to tell you to take something that he wouldn't take himself.
Exactly.
That's just ridiculous. This tweet comes from Truthhammer at Truthhammer888. HCQ to be given proactively to more than 40,000 healthcare workers in the UK. What color is that pill? Well, let's see.
Are being trialled at hospitals in Brighton and Oxford to see whether they could be used to treat coronavirus. Along with
I believe it's red.
Oh, they're all red pills. Oh.
Red pills for everybody.
I think they ran out of blue ones.
Let's hope so.
Whoa, look at all those red pills. Oh, man. Everybody's getting red pilled around here. Awesome. That's great.
All right, post 4306, May 21st, 11:44 a.m. CDC misrepresenting COVID-19 data, like they do influenza, to drum up support for a vaccine. How do you convince people a vaccine is necessary? Critical. We have here a link to an article on the CDC website. It's another long article, so we'll put that, of course, down below. And Q pulled out pretty much the most important information from that article.
Yeah.
So the gist is U.S. data on influenza deaths are false and misleading. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, acknowledges a difference between flu death and flu-associated death, yet uses the terms interchangeably. Additionally, there are significant statistical incompatibilities between official estimates and national vital statistics data. Compounding these problems is a marketing of fear, a CDC communications strategy in which medical experts predict dire outcomes during flu seasons. Apply to COVID-19 data reports.
Just like they've done with influenza. They're using incorrect modeling so the numbers are actually higher so they can be like, oh guys, we need a vaccine for the flu. Why do you need a vaccine every year for the flu? And let's also look at this. I mean, I understand if you're maybe have some sort of autoimmune problems or you're elderly, you're going to be more susceptible to probably having bad effects from getting influenza or COVID, right? That's understandable. What I'm saying here is if you are a relatively healthy person, getting the flu is probably not going to be that detrimental to you. And the reason I say that is because your immune system was put there by Mother Nature for a reason. It was a God-given gift because we are surrounded by germs all the time, and it is our immune system that was put in place to fight it. The more you try to combat that with quote-unquote vaccines, the less robust your immune system is in actually combating them if you don't take those vaccines all the time.
Well, yeah, it actually weakens your immune
It does.
system.
If you let your body naturally fight it off, it will actually become stronger, so the next time you get the flu, you will have an easier time fighting it off.
Right, and it's the same with antibiotics.
Right. Unless it's something that was made in a lab. Whoa, where have we heard that? Wuhan.
Oh,
Bill Gates.
Yep.
Post 4307 dropped 21st of May 2020 at 11:57 a.m. DOJ, Democrats paid Pennsylvania election officials to stuff ballot box.
Oh.
Welcome to the D party. Q. Let's go check out that Breitbart article. So this picture and the title pretty much sum up this entire article.
Yeah.
I just want to read this first little thing here. A former judge of elections in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, has been charged and pleaded guilty to illegally adding votes for Democrat candidates in judicial races in 2014, 2015, and 2016. On Thursday, the Department of Justice announced charges against former judge of elections Dominic DeMuro, 73, for stuffing the ballot box for Democrats in exchange for payment by a paid political consultant. Now can we see why Trump does not want mail-in voting, and neither does any patriot in this country? And I have one quick question for you, Adam Schiff. If it is so essential that
like
we vote by mail, let me just ask you this question.
Adam Schiff.
Let me ask you this. Why can't we just put ballot boxes in essential places of business that have had to stay open through this pandemic? Why can't we do that? I mean, it'd be just the same. If you're so scared about people going to a voting booth or to a polling place, why don't you just stand them up in essential places of businesses that have had to stay open because everybody goes to them anyway? I mean, there's no difference. There is no difference.
Good point, Joel. Good point.
All right.
Answer that, Adam Schiff.
Yeah, answer that, Adam. Come on.
If
you can. Shifty Schiff.
As if.
Schiff.
All right, guys, this is a good one.
Yeah.
Post 4308, MSM. It's our job to control what people think. This is from May 21st, 1:14 p.m. And Q says, worth remembering. Definitely worth remembering, guys. If you haven't seen this one yet, let's check it out. Yeah. Okay, so this tweet comes from MAGA Mama for Freedom, Reopen Our Country. And let's see. So Morning Mika, actually truthful on Morning Joe, as if there was any doubt. It's our job to control what people think.
Calm down, Karen. Calm down.
Let's hear her actually say this.
Well, and I think that the dangerous, edges here are that he's trying to undermine the media, trying to make up his own facts. And it could be that while unemployment and the economy worsens, he could have undermined the messaging so much that he can actually control exactly what people think. And that is our job.
Yeah.
What? There it is. Excuse me?
That is our job.
Yeah, if you look at the...
That's
Well,
your
and
job?
I think that the dangerous,
Shady Karen,
edges here
very
are that
shady.
he's
The
trying to
original
undermine
Karen
the
right
media,
there, everybody.
trying to make up his
That
own
says
facts,
it all,
and it could be.
Wow. She even has the Karen haircut. Gosh, I can just picture her, like her and her shady husband Joe there, being in like a restaurant and being like, I need to speak to the manager about everything before she even gets sat down. Like, she is that type of person, folks.
That says it all.
Yep. Okay, Patriots, our last post for the 21st, 4309, dropped 21st of May 2020 at 9:52 p.m. Ambassador Marie Yovanovitch monitored communications of U.S. journalists in the Ukraine. Q says, worth remembering, soon in the kill box. So let's go over there and check that out. Okay, so it links us to Fox News, and here's what it says. Representative Devin Nunes, Republican, California, said Wednesday that he intends to ask the State Department for information about strange and irregular requests allegedly made by ousted U.S. Ambassador to Ukraine, Marie Yovanovitch, to monitor the communications of U.S. journalists in the country. Nunes, the top Republican on the House Intelligence Committee, said on Fox News Hannity that he's looking to ask Yovanovitch during her scheduled testimony Friday about her alleged efforts to monitor reporters. Yovanovitch, who was appointed ambassador to Ukraine by former President Barack Obama in 2016 and recalled by the State Department in May of this year, is scheduled to give a deposition as part of the Democratic-led impeachment query against President Trump. She remains a State Department employee, and it's unclear whether the administration will attempt to block her appearance. What I've heard, and I want to be clear, there's a difference. What I've heard is that there were strange requests, irregular requests to monitor not just one journalist, but multiple journalists, Nunes told host Sean Hannity. Now perhaps that was okay, perhaps there was some reason for that it can be explained away, but that's what we know and that's what we're going to be looking into. Hannity said multiple sources have told him they believe there is evidence that government resources were used to monitor communications of U.S. journalists and that Yovanovitch may have been involved. Nunes noted that if the State Department had conducted surveillance over press activity in the Ukraine, it may have been done properly. We also have concerns that possibly they were monitoring press from different journalists and others, Nunes continued. That we don't know, but we have people who are giving us this information and we're going to ask these questions to the State Department and hopefully they're going to get the answers before she comes in on Friday. John Solomon, who recently became a Fox News contributor, also said on Hannity Wednesday, "I think we need to dig in more. Ambassador Yovanovitch should be given an opportunity and Secretary of State Pompeo should tell us what happened." Solomon is an investigative reporter who has made headlines for breaking stories related to the ongoing Ukraine controversy that have fueled Trump's support for Attorney General William Barr's review of the origins of Special Counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 presidential election. So this was dropped October 10th, I'm assuming, of last year.
Probably 2019, yeah. That would make sense.
Because we already saw her statements, but Q was saying this is worth remembering soon. So let's head back there real quick. And the little graphic up there, the little repost up there was post 3373, dropped 9th of July 2019. And it says, surveillance of SC/JS terminated, sleep well. And SC, I believe, being Sarah Carter and JS being John Solomon. So
yeah.
It is interesting. So for some reason, this is going to be worth remembering soon. But I think that should wrap it up for Q-Post for the 21st.
Yeah, that's it for the 21st, guys.
Yes.
We tried to burn through them pretty quickly.
Yeah, we'll see how well we did. If you guys are new to the channel or you know anybody who's interested in this stuff, send them our way. We would love to have them over here.
Sure, yeah.
Also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, toggle that little notification bell so you're notified when we put out new videos.
Yeah, and we love you. Have a good night.
All right, and
and don't forget.
Where we go on, we go on. Good night, Patriots.
Love you, Patriots. Have a great evening.